Are you looking for the best PC case? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best PC case on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. NZXT H7 Flow RGB. The NZXT H7 Flow has been around for some time, but the updated 2024 model is head and shoulders above what came before. The most notable upgrade is the addition of a vertical PSU mount, which gives more room for liquid cooling radiators and therefore makes it better suited for overclocking than its predecessor. The mount does also make room for extra fans, but it is somewhat limited in that area. During our testing, we found it was 2 degrees warmer than the NZXT H6 Flow RGB, and even with the addition of extra fans in the rear, roof, and base mounts barely brought the temperature down by a degree. Nonetheless, where it fails in airflow, it succeeds in cable management. With a glass panel, you want your setup looking tidy, rather than like an unpleasant jumble of tangled wires. Not only can you stow things away in front of the PSU, but it comes with plenty of Velcro cable anchors, and there's a generous cable stowing area under the fan mounts, although this could be better hidden. If you're keen on having a quiet setup, this is definitely one of the less noisy models we've seen over the years. There is a very slight high-pitched sound coming from the fans when running at full speed, but if you run them at 75% it's essentially silent. At 50%, which would be fine for most ordinary operations, it won't make a sound. Of course, the RGB lighting in this case is a big selling point, one that you're paying more for. If you're not a fan of that aesthetic, you can go for the non-RGB version of the NZXT H7 Flow, but we reckon it's a rather stylish-looking case. The build quality is fantastic too, and you can tell it's been made with premium materials as soon as you get your hands on it. If you've got a carefully decorated gaming space, this'll fit right in. Number 2. NZXT H6 Flow RGB. Nobody likes to see loads of cables strewn all over the place. It's not only unsightly but also unsafe. The NZXT H6 Flow RGB managed to help you avoid that problem with the addition of a large cable stowing area which helps keep everything tidy. It's also quite an attractive case, which will help to further boost your gaming room's decor. It is a rather large case though, which might be off-putting for anyone dealing with a smaller space. But to be honest, there's a lot more to love than there is to dislike here. There's an excellent built-in cooling system, including 3 120mm fans, which saves you from having to shell out for extra coolers. However, if you want to overclock your PC, there is plenty of room for loads of additional fans to keep even the most powerful setup running smoothly and quietly. All the uglier parts of your CPU, e.g. PSU and storage drives, are kept in a hidden chamber behind the motherboard, giving you a pretty view through the glass panel. The whole thing has plenty of ventilation holes throughout that'll help keep everything cool too. All around, it's a well-made case. Number 3. Corsair 4000D Airflow. Have you been burned, literally and figuratively, but a custom PC setup that didn't have sufficient airflow? Well, if you want to be completely sure that you can avoid this happening again, we recommend going for this case. Its front panel is designed to take in as much air as possible, and it has room for 3 120mm fans or even a 360mm AIO cooler. Its biggest drawback comes from the fact that its side panels are quite difficult to remove. If you're somebody who routinely adds new components to your gaming PC, this is going to get irritating fast. You might also struggle a bit when it comes to fitting things into the upper regions of the case, where spacing can get a bit tight. It could do with a better I/O selection as well. We don't want to end a negative though. This is a beautifully designed piece of hardware that is unrivaled when it comes to airflow. This option will not only look fantastic as part of your setup, but it'll keep everything cool even when you're playing the most processing-intensive of games. Number 4. Fractal Design Terra. The Fractal Design Terra is the perfect combination of compactness, style, and performance. This mini IDX case is just a stunning design, especially in this now iconic jade green and walnut color combination. However, the appeal of this case isn't just skin deep. This clever case does away with the need to have essentially any case ventilation by just having ventilated panels on the top, bottom, and sides. Air is drawn in from the sides by the SFX power supply, CPU cooler and graphics card fans, and then just vents out the top and bottom. Building inside this case is inherently tricky because it's so compact, but Fractal has eased things by allowing the whole vertical motherboard mount inside to move side to side, so that you can fit different size CPU coolers and graphics cards. Key limitations with this case are its requirement of an SFX power supply, rather than ATX. You also need to use a low-profile CPU cooler, such as the Noctua NHL9. It also can't be fitted with a window, so you can't have a showy interior that's visible. It's also quite expensive, but this is reflected in its stunning build quality, that's solid wood on the front, and great performance. Number 5. Cooler Master Cosmos C700M. If money is no object to you, the Cooler Master Cosmos C700M is the case you're going to want to get. Its curved glass side panel looks absolutely fantastic, and this is a rare example of a PC case that has RGB lights both inside and out. If you've got one of the best gaming motherboards, you'll even be able to synchronize the lighting across them. Its enormous size means that you can fit practically anything inside it. If you know how to overclock your CPU and GPU, you know that the extra space will be essential, though it is less convenient for anyone with a simpler setup. Heck, it even has space to install a DVD drive, which is going to be good news for anyone who wants to play their old physical games, or just wants to be able to watch their movie collection on their gaming PC. Of course, this is a very expensive choice, so it's not going to be for everyone, but let us reassure you, you get what you pay for. There are toolless drive slots, spaces for 5.25-inch bays, and the cable management on this thing is fantastic. The perfect PC case may not exist, but this thing comes pretty darn close.